North America, we don't know how to de-stress. When you were in school, anybody teach you how to manage stress?
Hell no.
Hell no, right? So what do we do about it? We let it affect us.
Yeah.
So chronic stress is the biggest epidemic in the world. Leads to all the health issues in the world. Hypertension, blood pressure, stroke, digestive problems, ulcers, IBS, you name it, stress is the first culprit, right?
All right, guys, we got Jay from the Super Patch Company here today. How's it going, man?
It's doing great, man.
What's in this thing? Describe it for everyone watching.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
So Super Patch has been a 16-year journey for us. I started this to help my mom with her multiple sclerosis. She got diagnosed in 83. So after 25 years of care and trying almost everything in the world to help her with her symptoms, I came to the understanding that modern medicine, when it comes to neuro conditions, really only has three roadways for most people. There's some kind of chemical roadway, some kind of electrical implant roadway, or some kind of surgical roadway. But the reality is they don't talk about the real issue, which is the mind-body connection. How does our mind regulate our body? Because everybody knows that, right? That our brain, our mind, somehow is connected to our body and controlling how we move, how we stand, our breathing, our pain, our sleep, our stress. So for the last 16 years, we've been decoding the neurocode of human physiology. What are the patterns in our mind? What are the brainwaves in our mind that regulate our physiology? So we've been doing that. And then we figured out how to restore those programs, the neural programs, to homeostasis, to factory reset.
Wow.
And we do it through a technology I've developed called VTT. VTT is a platform of skin stimulation. So you know how blind people read with Braille?
Yeah.
Right? Which is just texture that we've learned, but still the electrical signal is going from our fingertips into our nervous system and into our mind, which is processing the signal as language. So my theory was, if our skin can process a learned thing, can it understand things that we're pre-programmed with? Because no one teaches us pain. From the minute we're born, we can process all these natural processes. So over the last 16 years, we've developed our own system of Braille, which is like writing on the skin. So when you saw that patch, see the texture on it? Every one of our patches has a different pattern of stimulation, different pattern of texture that speaks a different language to our mind, and it uses our skin receptors to generate that nervous signal. And we do it without batteries, without electricity, without chemicals, without any supplementation, without drugs. So we've developed a true drug-free solution for some of the biggest health and wellness needs in the world.
Well done, man. Yeah. So
Thanks,
I just put 2 of these on my back. I have arthritis. So how long would I expect to start feeling it, I guess?
The clinical studies show that 85% of people see relief in about 20 minutes, and they see about a 72% reduction in the discomfort.
Wow.
This is tested against placebo. It has a p-value of 0.1. So 0.001, right? So what that means is there's no chance that this is a placebo, right? So when you take a look at studies, you want to make sure that the p factor, which is the probability, is 0.05 or less. So this means that there's only one chance out of 1,000 that what you're feeling and the benefit that people are getting in the study isn't real. Because, you know, when people see something new, they're highly skeptical. Oh, that must be a placebo. No, the study shows that this is not a placebo, that the results tested against a placebo product, a sham product, that the results were significant and they were statistically and clinically significant.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people are skeptical of patches, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of bad actors in the space.
Well, listen, most of the patches in the world right now, they've been around for a long time. There's a nicotine patch and they have some other kinds of patches, but 99%, 100% of the other products on there are releasing some kind of supplement, some kind of vitamin, some kind of hormone with melatonin stuff into the body. What that leads to is adaptation. Our body's going to adapt to anything that we're adding to our body, right? So whether we're adding a vitamin or adding electricity, we're going to need more and more of it to have an effect, right? We're not adding anything to the body. We're just helping the body restore itself to where it was. So what that means is there's no habituation. We don't get used to it. We don't get stuck on it. We don't get addicted to it. And there's no side effects. So nothing bad's going to come out of it. Is it 100% effective for 100% of people? No, but nothing is. Right?
Yeah.
But if we can get to working for 85% of the people with 85% effectiveness, without drugs, without side effects, that's something the world's clamoring for. The world is asking for this.
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem with a lot of pills, right? The side effects.
Well, we've seen all the ads on TV, right?
Yeah.
You have one benefit and 1,000 side effects, right? One of those side effects is like you might die, right? So we're trying to stay away from that. And people are like, well, how does this come about? Why is this so important? If we take a look at the wider condition of healthcare and what people need for their health and wellness today, 85% of the people that are in the doctor's office today are there for one of three reasons: some kind of aches and pain, poor sleep, low energy, okay, fatigue. And the only thing the doctor has is something that they're going to write on a prescription pad. By law, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even allowed to talk about any complementary alternative solution. That's the healthcare system. How did it get there? Over time, right? So once upon a time, humanity, us, people like us, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, they were being wiped out by things like polio, smallpox, measles, you name it, right? And Western medicine became really, really great at making vaccines and antibiotics to deal with that. Mm-hmm. So we've wiped out those things for the most part. We don't hear about smallpox or polio. And this whole industry built around infectious diseases. What's happened, though, is over time, our needs have changed away from infectious diseases to chronic conditions. But the system still wants to make a pill because that's what it's designed to do. Mm-hmm. We're being tormented by chronic issues, right? So people say, well, I've gotten older, my balance is bad. What do you got for that? Nothing, right? So we have a patch called the Liberty Patch. It clinically shows to improve postural stability and balance in adults by 31%.
Wow.
Okay? Why is that important? Because balance is recognized as the most reliable biomarker for longevity in adults. So massive global study that showed that adults that have better balance live longer.
That's crazy.
It's fact, though. This is crazy, right? And in many parts of the world now, primary physicians are implementing a balance assessment for every patient that comes in to see them because it's the most reliable.
The Tri-Light from Therisage is no joke. Medical grade red and near infrared light with 3 frequencies per light, deep healing, real results, and totally portable. It's legit. Photo biomodulation tech in a flexible on-body panel. This is the Tri-Light from Therisage and it's next level red light therapy. It's got 118 high-powered polychromatic lights, each delivering 3 healing frequencies, red and near infrared from 580 to 980 nanometers. It's sleek, portable, and honestly, I don't go anywhere without it.
Wellness biomarker is the most reliable marker for longevity. So what in the world have you heard of that improves your balance instantly? Nothing.
Nothing.
Right? Why? Because balance is a neurological control. Our mind controls our balance, not our shape of our feet, not our knees, not our leg muscles, none of it, right? And now we add to that other studies that we've done with our Victory Patch, which improves leg power by 10%. So not only have you more balance, you have better foundational strength, which leads to less injuries, less fall risk. All those amazing things come into play. So we've done studies for pain, for sleep, for power, for balance, for stress, all without drugs, all with clinical studies, all with efficacy, all with statistical significance.
Damn. I need that 10% one when I'm playing basketball.
Right there, the Victory Patch, first one closest to you. So we did the study at the University of Arizona with D1 athletes. So we were talking about elite athletes. Placebo-controlled RCT study. So the placebo word cracks me up because people don't know what it is. And when you tell them the study has a p-value of 0.001, they're like, okay, we get it. So placebo had a 2% improvement. Because placebo will always have something. The sham product had a 2% improvement.
Yeah.
The Victory Patch had a 10% improvement with elite athletes improving the power coming out of their knees and balancing their weak side with their dominant side. Like you're an athlete. So how important is that as a basketball player where the weak side is now as strong as their dominant side?
Super important.
Super important, right? You're going to move left as well as you're going to move right. When you jump up, you're going to land more balance. You're going to jump up more balance. It's everything. Injury prevention is as important as performance.
Right.
Right? The number one detractor to performance, injury. Skills can't overcome injury, man. Once you're hurt, you're hurt.
Yep.
So we can help that, reduce that, and help performance without drugs, without chemicals. They're not gonna pee in a container and blow up, right? It's gonna be okay.
Wow, that's huge, man.
It's massive, right? And we did it at a leading athletic school. Because that's the community we have to convince, right? Mm-hmm. Like going to a non-athletic community didn't make any sense for us. Go to the people where their athletic performance is so hard to improve. Where they're in the last percentile anyways. When you can get 10% more power, more peak inflection force from a D1 athlete,
That could be the difference with making the NBA and not 10%.
Anything, right? Because they're already elite. Imagine what could do the average person. So we have testimonials from people that are blowing past their personal best, blowing past their plateaus. We're like, okay, we'll take it without a drug. So the beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter what your exercise routine is, what your nutrition is, what your treatment plan is. Everything gets better, right? Because we're not interrupting anything. We're just enhancing it. So we don't get in the way of something. Well, my coach said, do what your coach said. He's going to do it better with this.
And can you just leave it on, or how long does it last?
So the patches are designed to last 24 hours. Then you want to peel it off and put another one in. The efficacy, the benefit lasts for that 24 hours, right? Sometimes it lasts a little bit longer, but it's designed for about 24 hours. Then you want to peel it off, clean the skin because of the adhesive, and then apply it again.
Nice.
And you don't have to if you don't want to. Because there's no addictive nature, because you're not going to get habituated to it. It's not going to be like, oh, you're going to start jonesing or trimming the 19 my pad. It's like, you know what? Hey, I don't want to wear it today. That's fine. So it's not a crutch. This is a ladder. You climb this to where you want to go, and you can take it off and enjoy it.
I'm impressed, man. I got to admit, I see a lot of health products, but this is really unique.
It's one of one. There's nothing like it in the world, Sean. And the development of this took 16 years. So this wasn't like, my friends and I had an idea. It's like, oh, let's go make a patch without drugs, without chemicals. Yeah. This is a 16-year journey. There's an investment of over $25 million to design this product.
Wow.
Because it's never been done before, right? And this doesn't come from another idea. Just like when Edison made the first light bulb, it wasn't improvements in candles that made the light bulb, right? It was a whole new idea. And what we have, and I believe, is the future of health and wellness, right? A lot of preeminent minds over time, guys like Tesla have said the future of our health and wellness is vibrational. It's frequency. All we're doing is generating a frequency through the skin, through touch, that our mind understands. Everything is a frequency. That's how our brain communicates with our body. Our brain communicates to our body through brain waves that become electrical impulses. And we understand that science. We understand that mind-body connection. This is what neurofeedback is. Neurofeedback is reading the neurofunction of our mind and designing whether physical exercise or mental exercise to help restore the neuroplasticity of our mind to get it back to factory reset. So instead of neurofeedback or biofeedback, we do it through a patch. So we all know about the mind-body connection. We've been talking about it for thousands of years, right? So what we did is we took that esoteric, mystical concept of the mind-body connection and made it scientific and mechanical. The best way to describe the super patch, it's the mind-body connector. It's never existed before. So we get maximum efficacy of how our mind and body tie to each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you see this as the future. You don't see supplements and pills in the future as much.
No. Listen, there's no replacement for good nutrition. I believe in supplementation. I believe in nutrition, but the challenge is it clean? Right? That's the issue, right? Is it clean supplementation? And who's regulating it? And how is it being done? And how is it being used? The risk with it is overdosing, right? If you go Google, there's kids overdosing on melatonin, man.
Wow.
That's terrifying, right? So we have a sleep patch that helps people sleep 50% faster and sleep 25% longer and get good REM sleep, wake up refreshing without grogginess, without a sleeping aid.
I'm going to try that with my 8 sleep to see.
Yeah, give it a shot, right? Wear it for a good 5 days and see if you're watching it on your watch or on your Whoop or on your Fitbit, you're going to see the metrics saying like, and you're going to wake up thinking, what the heck just happened? Without a pill? So you put it on an hour before you want to go to sleep, do your regular routine, go to bed, you're going to wake up refreshed. Because the quality of sleep, people think it's just about length of sleep. It's not just length, it's quality. We got to get to REM sleep and we got to get to deep sleep. That's where our mind recovers and rejuvenates. If we're not sleeping well, nothing's going to work right. Everybody knows that. But 7 out of 10 Americans don't sleep well. 7 out of 10, man.
It's high.
It's terrifying, right? And how does that impact their work, their life, their career, their relationships?
Everything.
I know when I don't sleep, I'm cranky. My wife lets me know, you're cranky. Yeah, I know. Right? We're all the same. We need to rest. But society has a different plan. So we have our peace patch for stress. Think about this, dude. Clinical studies show, against the control, a 33% reduction in stress and anxiety and a 24% improvement in mental health factors.
Wow.
Without a drug, without a pill. So we presented the findings. So we present our findings to leading medical congresses in the world. So our studies have been presented at Pain Week here in Vegas. It's been presented at the World Congress of Pain, the British Sleep Society, American Sleep Society, and the World Congress of Psychiatry. So this isn't, Jay working out of a garage and some woo-woo science. We do the research. It's peer-reviewed. It's published. And then we want to share it with the wider world. So we present our findings and our data to these massive congresses, these renowned congresses who have their own review board who read it.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.
Because they're interested in bringing something new and exciting to the world as well. And they go, oh, this is new and exciting. And what's great for us is that when we're there, there's nothing like it. And people are like, oh, that's possible? Because this was a very solitary journey. Because imagine, I'm a computer scientist computer coder by education and training. And when I started proposing these ideas to people taking care of my mom with her MS, they're like, you know what, Jay, stick to software. This is not the same. I'm like, well, you tell me how the mind is controlling the body. Because obviously the signal's not getting through, so quantify that signal for me. And what I came to realize is they didn't know. Why? Because they're stuck in a paradigm. They're stuck in an old way of thinking. Everything in neurology is theory. I'll challenge anyone to come back and tell me otherwise. We don't know anything for a fact about our mind. Everything's a guess. Everything is a theory. Some theories prove to be right. Most of them prove to be wrong. If you read a 30-year-old textbook, right, Sean, in neurology, they're going to tell you that brain damage is permanent. We know that's not true anymore. That neuroplasticity allows us to recoup and recover and restore our mind. How's that possible? Well, they said before it wasn't. So what you have is a lot of academia that's interested in publishing and research and all these different things to run it. I'm an engineer. What are we? We're problem solvers. What's the problem? Identify all the variables, quantify the ones that you don't know, and study, deduce what those unknown variables are so you can get to a solution. That's why it took 16 years. It didn't happen overnight.
Respect.
Right? Why? I wanted to help my mom and I had the financial resources to do it. Somebody that didn't have the financial, maybe they don't do it. Right? So I kind of find myself very fortunate to be in a position to go and to do this. But being a software guy, being a coder, I took a different perspective of understanding the mind-body connection as opposed to a chemical connection. Because medicine right now is biochemistry with pills, right?
Yeah.
This is physics. So I said, no. What trumps chemistry? Physics trumps chemistry, right? Because there's rules in physics, there's math in physics, and you can try to understand that correlation. At the end of the day, everything's a frequency. And if we can deduce the frequencies that help regulate our body and figure out how to restore those frequencies, we're going to deliver solutions that are drug-free and really evergreen solutions for the world.
I love that, man. Everything is a frequency.
It is.
Some people would say that's spiritual and kind of call you.
No. Listen, that's all nonsense. I'll tell you why. Theory of relativity is equals mc squared. So what's mass? What's matter? Matter is part of that equation. It's light impacted by energy. So what you and I are, we're not separate. We're light condensed. That's what EMC squared tells us. We are light condensed. What is light? Light's a vibrational frequency.
That's crazy.
That's all we are.
Yeah, I'm trying to comprehend that right now.
No, but it's fact, right? Everything at the core of it is a frequency. There's no such thing as a photon or an electron or a proton. It's a vibrating energy.
So you're saying we're light, though?
Einstein said we're light.
So we're not like a physical body?
No. At the core of it, we're not.
That's crazy to think about.
Well, listen, if we agree that E equals mc squared and we believe in quantum mechanics and quantum physics, then we're not solid. We're vibrating energy. That's just condensed in that moment of time because of how energy is being condensed and impacting light. That's all it is. But think about it. Light goes into our eyeball. Random light from all over this room is going into my eyeball. And we know that that photon goes through the optic nerve, but it becomes a wave, becomes a movie, becomes you, becomes a memory, becomes a thought. What are we talking about right now? That's not real. That's not matter, right? What are our memories? What's our consciousness? It's all energetic.
Wow. That's so fascinating.
But it's just physics.